The story of Jacob and Esau. A long time ago, in the land of Canaan, there lived a man named Isaac and his wife Rebekah. They had been married for many years but had no children. So Isaac prayed to God, and God answered. Rebekah became pregnant with twins, but something unusual happened. The babies seemed to fight inside her womb. Troubled, Rebekah asked God what was going on, and God said,
Two nations are in your womb. They will be divided, and the older will serve the younger.
Finally, the day came. The first baby was born, red and hairy, so they named him Esau. Right after him, his twin brother came out, holding Esau's heel. They named him Jacob, which means heel grabber or supplanter. The two boys were very different. Esau grew into a strong, rugged hunter. He loved the wild, the fields, and the thrill of the chase. Jacob was quieter, thoughtful, and stayed close to home. He liked to cook and spend time in the tents. Their parents showed favorites. Isaac loved Esau best because of the wild meat he brought home. Rebekah loved Jacob, perhaps remembering God's promise. One day, Esau came home tired and starving after hunting. The smell of Jacob's red stew filled the air.
"Give me some of that stew."
Esau begged. Jacob said,
"First sell me your birthright."
that was the special inheritance and leadership meant for the firstborn.
Esau laughed. "I'm dying of hunger. What good is a birthright now?"
So he traded it for a bowl of stew and some bread. That day, Esau gave away something sacred for something small, and Jacob took his first step toward the blessing. Years passed, and Isaac became old and nearly blind. Knowing his time was near, he called Esau.
My son, go hunt and make me my favorite meal. After I eat, I will bless you.
Esau left to hunt. But Rebekah overheard. She remembered God's promise and made a daring plan. She called Jacob.
Quick, dress like Esau. I'll cook Isaac's favorite meal. You must go in and take the blessing.
Jacob hesitated.
"What if he finds out? He'll curse me."
But Rebekah insisted. So Jacob put on Esau's clothes. Rebekah covered his hands and neck with goat skin to feel hairy like Esau. Jacob went in.
Who are you, my son?
Isaac asked.
"I am Esau."
Jacob replied. Isaac was suspicious but touched Jacob's arms.
"The voice is Jacob's, but the hands are Esau's."
He ate the food. Then he blessed Jacob.
May God give you heaven's dew and the fatness of the earth. Be master over your brothers.
Just after Jacob left, Esau returned. When Isaac realized he'd been tricked, he trembled.
I already gave the blessing, and it will stay with Jacob.
Esau cried out,
"Bless me too, father."
but it was too late, and Esau was furious. He said in his heart,
"When father dies, I will kill Jacob."
Rebekah heard of Esau's anger. She sent Jacob away to her brother Laban's house in a far-off land. Before Jacob left, Isaac blessed him again, this time knowing who he was, and prayed that God would be with him. As Jacob traveled alone, he stopped to sleep in the desert with a stone for a pillow. That night, he had a dream. He saw a ladder reaching to heaven, with angels going up and down. At the top stood God, who said,
I am the Lord. I will give you this land. I am with you and will watch over you.
Jacob woke up in awe and said,
"Surely the Lord is in this place."
He named it Bethel, the house of God. Jacob reached Laban's house and met Rachel, Laban's beautiful daughter. He loved her at once. He offered to work 7 years to marry her. The years flew by because he loved her so much. But on the wedding night, Laban tricked Jacob and gave him Leah, the older daughter. To marry Rachel, too, Jacob had to work another 7 years. Jacob ended up with 4 wives, Leah, Rachel, and their maids. He had 12 sons and 1 daughter, and he became very rich with flocks, servants, and cattle. Years later, God told Jacob to return home, but Jacob was afraid. Would Esau still hate him? He sent gifts ahead, flocks, herds, servants, to soften Esau's heart. Then he prayed,
"O God, deliver me from my brother. I am afraid."
That night, Jacob was alone. Suddenly, a man came and wrestled with him until dawn. When the man saw Jacob would not give up, he touched his hip and weakened him. Then the man said,
Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have wrestled with God and with men and prevailed.
Jacob named the place Peniel, saying,
"I have seen God face to face."
The next day Jacob looked up and saw Esau coming with 400 men. Jacob bowed 7 times as he approached, but then Esau ran to him and threw his arms around him. They both wept.
To see your face.
Jacob said.
"Is like seeing the face of God."
Esau had forgiven his brother. Jacob settled in Canaan, and from his 12 sons came the 12 tribes of Israel. Esau also grew into a great nation, the Edomites. Though their beginning was full of struggle and pain, Jacob and Esau's story ended with peace, forgiveness, and God's faithfulness.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel.